Okay, quickly moving on now. We have this question from Andrew Macclesfield in the UK. He's looking at buying the Bug Crusher ready to run truck, and he wants to know what other things he should consider buying when he makes his purchase of the truck. Okay, well, do you know, in RC, you know, the hobby is huge. You could buy and keep buying stuff. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years, and there are still things and products I see out there that I really want to buy. But let's not get too carried away here. It's actually very simple to get started in RC, particularly with a ready-to-run truck like this. There are a few things that you need to be considering buying, and I'm just going to get a few of those products out now, and we'll talk through them very briefly. So hopefully we'll get an answer at the end. So thank you very much, Andrew, for your question, and let's see if we can get a good answer for you. Okay, so let's get started with the fuel. Now, we deal with model techniques here at Nitrotek, and there are a couple of really good reasons for that. Firstly, it's not an expensive product. Secondly, it's got really good quality ingredients. And thirdly, the consistency of the blend is always the same. So when you go from one bottle to the next, you're not going to have any inconsistencies and then have to mess about tuning your engine. Pretty much once you get it set up on a fuel, you don't need to worry in retuning and messing about. Okay, one of the key considerations about fuel, and one of the reasons we deal with model techniques, is because if you've got to remember that the oil that lubricates all of the internal components of your engine is contained within the fuel, and so it's really important to make sure that you spend a little bit of money on get a quality fuel like this. So you can get yours right here at Nitrotek. Okay, so that's the fuel. I'll put that aside. Next up, you're going to need something to be able to start your vehicle with. Now, we have here this nice little starter set. It might not be too obvious. I'll get it a bit closer for you, but there's a fuel bottle here, and this is the top for the fuel bottle. Okay, basically that just enables you to get the fuel out of the fuel bottle that we've just talked about into your model without spilling it everywhere. Okay, so that's a real key consideration. You want to use every drop for fun and not basically shower your car with it. Okay, also in this set we've got a couple of tools for glow plugs and taking wheels off and stuff, a couple of little screwdrivers, and now really the basics to be able to repair your car or take stuff out or whatever it is that you need to be doing with it. Okay, also included in this particular set is the glow star. I'll just get this one out, and you need one of these to start any glow vehicle, any nitro vehicle, and basically you put that on the top of your engine, and that causes the glow plug inside to glow, and then you can basically get it to fire up. Now this one is quite nice. It has a charge, a mains charger as well, so get that charged up and you're good to go for probably a whole day's running round. So just make sure that you keep that charged up. Okay, so that's probably a nice little tool set to get you started with your truck. What else do you need? Okay, well, when your vehicle's brand new and the engine is brand new, you have to go through a running process. Now, that basically means that you end up having to run the engine, tick over, and the engine is relatively cold, and then you slowly build up driving the vehicle, slowly build up speed and what have you over a number of tanks, and then eventually all of those components in the engine are nicely running together. So one of the great things to do once you've completed that running in process is change the glow plug. Okay, and the good reason for this is because during that initial phase of running in, the glow plug can run slightly cold, and you can develop cold fractures in the plug, and there's a little glow element in there that causes your engine to fire, and that can become weak during the running process. So always go for an extra plug if you can. Okay, so add a glow plug to your order. All right. Then we've got things like a failsafe. Now this little device, I'll hold it up there, basically goes into the electronics in line with the electronics in your vehicle. And essentially, if the batteries run down in your vehicle, in the receiver, and you end up losing control, your model could run away. And this is designed to basically at a critical voltage shut off the controls for your truck, and that's a really good little investment. It could save you a whole lot of stress, money, and otherwise grief by installing one of those, and they're not expensive either. And then lastly, probably one of the things that gets overlooked most is the air intake. For any nitro vehicle, you want to be making sure that you remove as many of the impurities from the air as possible when it's sucked through the air filter, and they only work effectively once they're oiled up. Okay, so I'd probably add one of these. It's air filter oil. So every time you run your truck, particularly if it's in a dusty environment, off-road is notoriously dusty and dirty. So if you're going to use your model in those kind of environments, then you need to be cleaning the air filter more often and then oiling it up with this. So none of these things are particularly expensive, but they're certainly worth considering for all the reasons I've outlined. So I hope that answers your question, Andrew, and good luck with your ready to run and RC modelling experiences. Okay, so that's it.